One of the Vikings got to do a little bit better against the Giants this round. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and even though the Vikings beat the Giants last time, there's definitely things that the Vikings need to improve on before we wipe the floor with them.
Yeah, there's things they can do to make this game a little bit easier to take, no stress. They do these things we're going to talk about today. The Vikings will come out winners, and there'll be multiple score winners in this one. It's playoffs. Hell yeah, Minnesota Vikings cannot wait for Sunday. How exciting is this? 13-4 Vikings. Woo. All right, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the vids, go on Lift Bridge Brewing Company website, check out their shit online, go there, even better, your liquor store, get some beer, and also hashtag badass. We are going to be giving away the new sponsor, That's Badass Wood Art. Cannot wait to give it when they're amazing. Is it pieces? Do you call them works?
Yeah, they're works of art. That's what they are. They're badass pieces of art. So hit it up, hit that sub. Let's get to 8,500 subs. We're so damn close, but we're like T-minus 4 days away from playoff bliss. We got the Giants coming to town, hopefully wipe the floor with them. But let's go over. I think we got three things that we definitely need to do better.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind is just not so much run the ball, but stay committed to the running game. I feel like the Vikings, Kevin O'Connell got away from running last time. Delvin Cook was getting, I think, almost 5 yards a pop against the Giants. Only ran it 14 times. I want to just once, or Kevin O'Connell goes heavy on the run game, just keeps pounding the ball. Madison, we saw what he did last week against the Bears. Cook, mix him up a little bit, pound that thing. We're to the point where we're saying, hey, let's throw the ball a little bit. But I think running the ball effectively and doing it more is definitely going to help the Vikings pull away this one early.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fully agree. But that said, Justin Jefferson and T.J. Hockenson absolutely lit up this Giants team last week. But yes, we had a total of 19 rushes the last time we played the Giants. The Giants are complete ass cheeks against the run. They're almost bottom of the league. They're giving up $144 on the ground. This is the team to pound the ball to. Little Dilly, little Madison, shit throwing a carry to Ty Chandler if he's active. But let's just run the ball hot and heavy.
I remember you screaming it during that game. Run the damn ball. Run the damn ball.
Mad.
Because they kept throwing it, which kind of leads into maybe one of our next points too coming up here. And I'm going to segue right now. This disappearing act the Vikings do in the third quarter. They can't do this again against the Giants. You can't go silent. And I think it actually started a couple minutes in the second quarter. So that thing was winding down. The whole third quarter, the Vikings team just went complete ass. They can't do it again against the Giants.
You can't do it against anybody in the playoffs. This is the playoffs, man. This ain't preseason game 2. There's no disappearing in any quarters, especially the third quarter. Hot and heavy, just like Lupagus on a Tuesday evening with a fire roaring. Let's go. Defensively, especially. I mean, do not let them back in the game. We know we're going to be up.
I'm trying to lose the heavy part.
That's all right. You'll get there. It's winter.
But again, you look at it. You don't run the football, so you can't run the football. You're throwing it incomplete. You're giving the ball back to the team after having it for like 20 seconds off the clock. Establishing the run will also help this because you can pound the thing, move the chains, work the clock, and that way teams can't come back on you if you do have a 2-score lead.
And here's the biggest issue before we get into our last one is looking at just the overall stats of last game when the Vikings played the Giants. We won the turnover battle. We had way less penalties. Our third down efficiency was way better. Our red zone percentage was way better. And we have to win by a 61-yard field goal. Come on.
It's because you basically only played for 3 quarters. That's why.
It is why. All right, what's the last one?
The last one is just you can't let Daniel Jones throw for 340 yards again.
Yeah, shame on us. We should send the whole team, whole defense, especially Ed Donatil, to their rooms for an hour to think about what they did. Daniel Jones, that was his second best game throwing in the air on the season. Daniel Jones is better. He's better than what we've seen in the past. He's a pretty, I don't know what level he goes. And I'd say he's a decent quarterback. But he shouldn't be doing that with his arm. He should be doing it with his legs.
Well, I kind of call him the Garrett Bradbury at quarterback. So he's a player like they were going to give up on, move on from. And also now he's playing good enough to where they feel like they have to extend him. I feel like we feel the same way about Bradbury. But he's young. He's dangerous. He can take off with his legs. He shouldn't be throwing for 340 yards. He's got no receivers. He's got Richie James. Who's the other guy? Hodgins, I think, was.
Yeah, he had some big plays as well.
Daniel Bellinger is their tight end. I mean, this isn't exactly a loaded passing attack of the New York Giants here. So how do you stop them from going for 340? Well, shit, number one is just cover your guy. I mean, hopefully Duke Shelley's out there starting. He's been damn good. Patrick Peterson, we get Harris Smith, can't buy him with a fully healthy secondary, but also pressure him. Daniel Hunter had a great game last week, but I want to see it coming from every single side, middle, both edges, send the house, and quit just throwing your base defense out there every single time. Daniel Jones, he's seeing the same look every single time you line up. Mix it up, Ed. Be creative in this one.
Well, that worked fairly well last time we played him. Daniel Hunter had 3 sacks against Daniel Jones,
but he threw for 340 yards. And
pressure was not the issue. It was the coverage.
The philosophy, I'm more concerned about the looks. Like, change it up. Give them some different things to read, so you don't know exactly every time who's going to be where.
I'm just giving up to the boys. Daniel Hunter, great games. Darius Smith had a lot of pressure, so we were getting there.
Well, they also had the interception, and they also had the turnover. It was almost in the red zone. So 2 big, the bend don't break philosophy. It worked this time. I just don't want to have to rely on that.
I think Eric Kendricks is going to be a ginormous part of what happens with Daniel Jones. I keep wanting to call him Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. He's got to protect the middle of that field. He's got to. We're counting on you, Kendricks. Let's go.
And let's go back to our first point. A good running game is going to help keep this Daniel Jones off the field and this Giants offense off the field. And he's not going to have a chance to throw for 340 yards when he's sitting there watching the game on the sidelines.
Well said. Let us know comments below. What do they need to do better? Hit that sub button. Let's get to 8,500 subs. Grab some badass art. Grab yourself a lift bridge and join us tonight live, 7 o'clock, playoff style. Oh,
woo! We'll be so horned up. Remember this, flamingos can sleep in ponds that freeze around their legs at night, drink water at boiling temperatures, and survive in conditions that expose them to arsenic and poisonous gases.